finals a few years ago. But for Memphis, it's just been a mood. And you see Chris Paul with the mid-range game, the master of the mid-range. And that's what you're going to see over the next probably 25 games. You're going to see, 3 or 4 teams probably separate themselves. Right now, it is thick in that middle. As you see Taylor Brooks knock down that easy 3.
Then he wasn't ready after that time frame, and they reissued a month-long timetable then. Well, he healed ahead of that more recent timetable. And then, of course, to get back on the court, he went through 5-on-5 drills for a stretch.
They are a lot to handle down there, and you've got to be able to match them on that offensive glass.
Playing in just his 16th game. Morant pulled up, and after knocking down 2 in a row, a little chatter from Ja. And then here comes Morant. Working on Paul. Adams with the follow and the flush.
This is where the Suns are going to go deeper into their bench. Guys are going to get some opportunity. And look, if this is your opportunity, you got to maximize it.
Morant attacks Biyombo, and again the tip in. Clark got on the glass. Saric picked numbers for Memphis. 3-on-1. Back to Brooks for the lay-in. And 1. 52% from downtown.
I don't remember who told Doc Rivers this, but he told Doc Rivers, you need more agitators on your team. I just don't want to misquote the right person.
This is exactly who he is, and his teammates embrace that.
Shamet assisted by Washington.
So do the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns got more than enough talent. So it's just a matter of your approach and how you're going to go about it, and I love their confidence.
And Desmond Bane knocks it down.
Of when we're going to see it, and can Memphis withstand that initial punch?
Bridges, the fade, got it.
Clark's knocking down this shot, right? That's not, that's his range. That's what he does. But, if he's knocking down the shot and doing what he does, you see the cut back by Bridges.
And here comes John. 6 points, the 3 assists. Morant lobs to Adams.
Not much more you can do if you're the Memphis Grizzlies.
Look at that advantage on the glass and in the paint here in the first half. DeAndre Ayton trying to put a dent in those numbers.
I was actually teammates with Danny Green when Lionel Hollins took over the job and went to Memphis, and watching what he did.
Brooks weaving his way inside, hangs and hits over Ayton. 6 points and 1 assist for Chris. Shamet, good for 3. George, what is the Suns story coming out of the locker room?
Beth, I spoke to Kevin Young, assistant coach for the Suns, and he said, particularly on offense, they got to touch the paint more. When they got in the paint, good things happen, as you see right there with DeAndre Ayton getting the bucket.
We go paint to great. So we get into the paint, and then we try and get a great shot off of that. Great job by George Sedano pointing that out, because they need a lot more of that and less of lobs like that from Jaren Jackson Jr.
Back to Craig. Jackson turns him away. Bridges, everybody getting a touch. Shamet for 3. He is working his way into that Defensive Player of the Year conversation. You hear OG Anunoby, who is the steals leader with Toronto. Bane knocks down the triple.
See if they go at Torrey Craig with Jaren Jackson Jr. here.
Yep. Second chance and the stuff. Assist to Richard Jefferson.
This is a team that can win a championship. You saw them in the finals. If you invest some money in them and you put some more money in this, there's going to be players that want to come to play in Phoenix. So, it's close to LA. There's a lot of positivities here, and there's going to be opportunity. I think that's what makes it so exciting to see what the Phoenix Suns end up doing.
Clark will get into the lane. Oh, and there's Morant on the boards. Joining Wilt, Bill Russell, and Larry Bird, the only guys that have pulled that off. Lob and another assist for Morant, and 1 opportunity for Brandon Clark.
53 they're missing between Cam Payne Devin Booker and Cam Johnson. But right now, the Memphis Grizzlies do not care about that.
Largest lead of the night, tipped up and in by Kogi. Tyus Jones running the point now for Memphis. Jackson Euros into the lane.
Very similar to watching, just quality players in the high levels. See Damian Lee with the lob to Aiden.
Well, past midnight into Boxing Day on the East Coast.
A little Boxing Day.
The lob for Aiden. And the flush.
There were some things said about Halliburton. We don't need to get into all of that, but he has been having an outstanding season, and there's a high probability. but look, we talked about Jaren Jackson Jr. and we talked about Steven Adams. We got to give some love to Brandon Clark. Right now, he's got 19 points in 19 minutes.
You can go home again. Brandon Clark with the throwdown. Lee into the lane, floats and hits. Under 5 to go. Memphis on the run. Clark, another and one opportunity. The Memphis Grizzlies will be playing for the first time ever on Christmas Day in first place. A tie with the Nuggets is Roddy James.
These are guys that can still learn something from these extended minutes. But as a team, you don't want to watch this.
Tillman. Well, you sense the confidence right from the opening tip, and it has not wavered even in the final moments. 3 ball is good. Josh Okogie, road win. And that'll do it.